Charlamagne the God.
Peace to the planet. It's Friday.
And Tamar's here's her birthday.
Hey, Tamar, give Tamar some birthday music, right?
Yeah, give us some birthday music. The black one. And there we go.
Hey,
to you.
Hey,
Happy birthday to you.
Hey,
happy birthday.
Tamar joined us last Friday.
That's right.
And she came back this Friday because it's her born day.
That's right. It's
and
her
she got a
birthday.
new single dropping.
And she got a new single.
And she's engaged.
And she's engaged.
God dang,
all
Tamar.
that on a Friday.
Tamar put all that pressure on that young man last week. She said, yo, you got about 5 more days. It's been 360. It's been 360 days. You got about 5 more days, okay?
Well, happy birthday, Tamar. How you feeling?
I feel amazing.
Yeah.
I love St. Tamar's Day.
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
today is
St.
St. Tamar's Day.
Huh?
I said it is St. Tamar's Day.
St. Tamar's
There you
Day.
go. We got you balloons. We got
Thank you,
you
guys.
bottles.
Are you going to offend Patrick by saying that?
What?
Will there be a bunch of people outside protesting us saying, no, it's Patrick's Day, but it's Tamar's birthday?
No.
Just making sure.
I'm going with Tamar.
Okay.
I'm going with Tamar.
St. Tamar's
We
Day.
got you some bottles. We got
thank you,
flowers and everything
guys.
for you.
Oh, it's so amazing. Thank y'all so much.
She
so kind.
she look underwhelmed.
No, I'm not. No, I'm so grateful. It's so beautiful.
She's like only 12
Only
roses.
12 roses.
Oh, y'all are funny.
Did that come from the bodega?
No, it's gorgeous. Thank you guys so much.
Well, we're going to be talking to Tamar all day. She's our co-host for this morning. And we have Coco Jones. She'll be joining us as well.
And you got your new single. What's the new single called?
It's called Changed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, can we get into it now? Let's start playing.
You got it now?
Hey.
Here we go.
Okay.
Yes, up next is Front Page News. Of course, Tez Figueroa will be joining us. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Here's new music. It's Tamar. That's new Tamar.
She's sampling that, what's that rain
SWV.
on me?
Yeah.
Okay, Tamar.
Thank you.
Good way to start off your B-Day.
That's
Hello.
right. Make sure you stream it, you get it, and do everything you need to do.
It's available everywhere now?
It's available everywhere now.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's get in some Front Page News. Now, I don't know if you guys do your brackets for the NCAA tournament. I don't. Charlamagne, do you?
No, I used to, but no.
Tamar, do you do? No? All right. Well, I don't know if you care, but yesterday, Maryland beat West Virginia, Furman beat Virginia, Missouri beat Utah, Kansas beat Howard. I thought Howard University would make it to the second round. I was hoping, but they didn't. Alabama beat Texas A&M, San Diego beat Charleston, Princeton beat Arizona, Arkansas beat Illinois. Let me see who else is there. I know Duke won last night. Shout out to Rick, shout out to the whole Newark. They beat Oral 74-51. Texas beat Colgate. I'm trying to see any upsets that you guys would care about. UCLA won, Houston won, Tennessee won. All right. Now, Tez, good morning,
Tez
Tez.
Figueroa, the Hood Whisperer.
Good morning, family.
Fresh off her award last night
That's right.
that UCLA student law gave you.
Yes, sir. It is 3 a.m. on the West Coast. Shout out to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, let's talk about Honda. It seems like Honda's recalling 500,000 vehicles.
Absolutely. Yes, sir. They are recalling 500,000 vehicles in the U.S. and Canada because the front seat belts are not latching properly. The recall covers some of the automaker's top-selling models, such as the CR-V, the Accord, the Odyssey, the Insight, the Acura. But I do want people to go look up the actual year because it doesn't apply to every year that the Accord was made. But definitely look into that and see if your car is on that list. Now, the problem with a DJ Envy is the coating on the seat belt is starting to deteriorate over time, and it is causing the buckle to not be able to latch. Now, they said so far there has not been any injuries, but again, if you drive a Honda, look into it immediately. And I thought as I was digging into this, Honda also had some recalls in 2020, 2021, so they just been getting a recall on. But if you're thinking, damn, Honda, get it together because you're constantly having problems, I wanted everybody to know that the top vehicle that was recalled in 2022 was a Ford. So definitely look into that and make sure you are driving safe while you're listening to the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Honda
Did you
is
like that little plug?
We did. The Honda is the most reliable, loyal car ever. Okay, if people were like Hondas, we'd all have day ones. I had a Civic and an Accord growing up.
I had an Accord, 1986 with the flip-up lights.
Come on now. I had a red Honda Civic hatchback.
Cloth interior, roll-up windows.
Now. That's the car I shot it in. The Honda Accord was the one I shot it in.
See, you go too far.
Y'all was balling back then.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That was hand-me-down from my mom.
Yeah, that was my mama's car. That was my mama's car.
Love Honda, yeah.
Now let's talk about Silicon Valley Bank. What's going on with them?
Yeah, well, so earlier this week, we talked about, like everybody else in the world, we were talking about the bank failure. And I wanted to talk about this just so we could see how it hits home. A lot of times when we're talking about these stories, we don't understand how it affects Black folks and Black business. So on Wednesday, members of the Atlanta Black business community got together on Zoom, had a meeting, and they're trying to figure out how to determine a path forward to fill in the gap from Silicon Valley Bank. Mm-hmm. During the meeting, it was noted that Silicon Valley Bank did have a warm embrace to regional Black businesses, and they know that they are going to miss having that access of discounted tech tools, valuable introductions, and research funding. One of the members said that when the bank collapsed, they were out trying to impress a prospective client, and the card was declined. I'm sure we've all been there before.
When I was in the Honda.
Right. So now that the bank is under federal management and seeking a buyer, they are concerned of broader industry pullback, because as it stands now, venture capital has dropped for Black businesses by 45%, marking it the biggest annual decrease for the group in over a decade, which that's not going to look too good on this administration. So we got to figure that out. But their main concern, Charlamagne, is that this is going to affect banks everywhere and how they give money to Black businesses, because as we talked about on Monday, conservatives are pushing the narrative that the reason why the bank collapsed is because they were too woke and had too many diversity programs. So we want to keep an eye on this and see how this goes.
All right.
Yikes.
Well, thank you, Tez, for checking in.
Absolutely.
We'll see you next hour.
Peace.
All right. Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up right now. 800-585-1051. I got to get something off my chest when we come back as well, too. All right. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Ray.
Yo, Charlamagne, Envy, what up? Are we live?
This is your time to get it off your chest.
I got an indoor pool, an outdoor pool.
We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
We can get on the phone right now. He'll tell you what it is.
We live?
All right. Get it off your chest. I want to get some things off my chest. So, I just want to tell all the construction workers and everybody out there fixing buildings, please be careful. So yesterday, as I was leaving the studio, I pulled up to the red light, waiting for the light to change green, and my car shook. Boom! I didn't know what it was. I thought somebody was shooting at the car, right? To the point where I'm ducking. I don't know what it is. I look out the window and I see a lady walking a dog, and she's holding her mouth. So I'm like, what happened? A piece of rock came from a building and landed on top of my car. Broke
You mean
the
like
window.
a brick from a brick?
Like a piece of masonry, like,
From the
part of
building?
from the building.
Okay.
Came and fell off the building. Now I'm in the middle of the street. I'm not parked, so I'm waiting for the light. Hit the side of my car, cracked the window, cracked the car. Crazy.
Whoa.
So I could imagine if I was walking across the street, or somebody was. Imagine if I was in a convertible.
Yeah.
I would be dead.
Yeah. I imagine if it was
I was gonna say, imagine you wasn't protected by the blood of the lamb. That's what that
There you
sounds
go.
like.
Absolutely. No, absolutely.
Whoa.
But it scared the ish out of me to the point where I'm
Yeah.
sitting there like, wow, it could have been me. It could have been anybody. It could have been
Yeah.
anybody walking across the street. So just be careful. And if you're out there working on the buildings, make sure you secure it the right way.
Isn't
because
that building liable though? Because aren't they supposed to have like things like that aren't supposed to happen?
Yeah,
right?
they had scaffolding, but they didn't have netting. And I thought that buildings are supposed to have netting to catch those type of things
Absolutely.
or whatever it may be. But I'm glad it was the car and not somebody's head.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like I said, it scared the ish out of me to the point where I was like, dang. And then I called the building, and the first thing they said was, well, how do you know it came from my building? So I was like, I got this stone right here. That's how I know. And then they was like, I will be there in 2 minutes. And they came in 30 seconds, and
They have insurance for that?
They're gonna pay
covers
for
that?
that out their pocket. I'm sure.
Okay.
And it wasn't a Honda Accord, so it wasn't one of those cars. It was one of those cars that I had to go to the. It was an expensive car.
That's scary.
Yeah, expensive car.
First of all, I don't know why Honda Accord had to get a shot just now. We know you ain't driving no Honda Accord, Envy. There was no reason to even say that. Like, you just gave Honda Accord a shot for no reason.
Because it wasn't no. I was just trying to say it
We
wasn't a
get
little
it.
damage.
We know that. We got your Instagram, bro.
All right.
This guy, man.
Just want to say, it just wasn't a little bit of damage. It was big. It was anyway. Hello, who's this?
Hey, good morning. It's Will. How you guys?
Hello?
Have a great weekend. Good morning. It's Will calling from Jersey.
Hey,
Yeah?
Will, get it off your chest.
Listen, I'm a little disappointed in you two because we as African Americans, well, Envy, according to Charlamagne, the jury's still out on your
I'm black.
ethnicity.
Go ahead.
Allegedly.
But there's phrases and actions that are insulting to us that other communities don't realize, and we have to bring them up to speed. And the words could be innocuous, but we find those offensive. So when somebody refers to us as boy, we don't like that. Now, it could be an older gentleman. He calls everybody boy. But to us, because we know what have took place in the past, we find that offensive. Patting us on the head. It may not mean anything by it, but because our slave owners patted us on the head, just like they patted the dog, we found that offensive. Our daughters, we don't want anybody. Oh, can I touch your hair? No, you can't touch your hair.
You talking about Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah, what you talking about, Rick? This
yeah,
right,
when you guys talk about yeah.
Oh, I mean, well, when we said the word jip, we're talking about something that's used in the dictionary. So she used it as the dictionary's form. So if it's in a dictionary and she's using it from the dictionary, she shouldn't have to apologize.
Yes, and words have more than one meaning, Will. You know that. Gypped is in the dictionary, and it's an informal verb that means to cheat or swindle. And when you talk about cultural context, we've been saying gypped our whole life in the black community.
But that doesn't make it right. It's just like white people have been doing things to us that they may not necessarily mean it, but we're like, no, that's wrong. And once we tell them, listen, this is how that word makes us feel, we expect them to go ahead and act accordingly. Just
God
like
dang, why we always gotta wait till the bottom with a knife?
Listen, there's another word
to change these rules. You didn't know that until 2 days ago.
You didn't know that. Nobody knew that.
2 days ago, we didn't know that.
White people
it's Friday. I'm not doing it with him on Friday. I'm sorry.
I'm not. I feel gypped in my time.
I can't get my time back. Hello, who's this?
Good morning, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God. How you feeling, brother?
What's up, OG Rob?
Hey, listen. I want to say good morning and a happy born day to the Queen Tamar.
Hey.
Oh, thank you.
And I just want to say may God bless you with many, many more and continue your day and have a blessed one, you know?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
No problem. But listen, you already know it's Friday. It's bar time, baby.
You got some bars for us? Let's go.
You already know. Check it. Just call me the flamethrower. Head cracks for the money shot. Time to start evicting these lanes that don't deserve a spot. Foreclosures in progress. Check the paperwork. Snapbacks in all black building with experts as principles and guidelines that we all must abide by. Cherish every moment of life. Just gotta live it right. Don't become a homicide victim. That's not a pretty sight. Damage your structure. Broad daylight. This line to open mic. BK's the borough. Do a dime and set them straight. No time for flossing, baby. I'm on a paper chase. Ran into my man. He talking connects with 10 plates. Said he could put me down for some racks. With homie out of state, double park in front of the venue. Sponsored by you. Walking on them, big bar fresh, gangster credentials. Don't make an issue. Mean mugging to get them twisted like a bad bag of Myrtle and Broadway for the finish. Listen, OG, you know?
You got some balls for Charlotte?
No, go ahead.
You want me to go?
Yeah, I got last.
OG Rob, you ready?
Let's go. I'm ready, baby. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here we go. Speeding down the road and my head out of control. Charlotte thinking about me on the way home. Got a long way to ride and I can't even deny. He thinking about you on the way home? Wait a minute, baby. You going too fast. That's enough for you. Tamar know those bars. Tamar know those bars.
Hold on. Okay, I think I got something. It's St. Patrick's Day, and I got bars. Forget St. Patty, it's about Tamar. It's her day. Envy bid still fake, and he trying to hop out the birthday cake.
OG, you have a good weekend.
No, y'all too. Good weekend. Y'all later.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Oh, that was cute, y'all.
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, hit us up now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored.
Well, at least I am. The verdict's still out on Envy.
I'm black.
Give me a high five.
The Breakfast Club.
Wake it up.
This is your time to get it off your chest.
Keep calling.
800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, this is Greg Webster from Johnstown, Pennsylvania.
What's up,
How you
Greg?
doing, guys?
What's up, brother? Get it off your chest.
All right, so I got two things real quick. I'm trying not to be emotional. Last year, I lost my mom, actually a year ago yesterday.
Oh, man, sorry to hear that, black man. Damn.
Yeah, thank you. It's kind of a good feeling to get through because I know you guys don't remember me, but I called and you guys blessed me and allowed me to put my Cash App and my GoFundMe out there. And thanks to you guys and the listeners, I was able to pay for my mom's services because I got through. So I just wanted to call.
King.
That's amazing.
Happy to hear.
Yeah, I wanted to call. Thank you. I wanted to call and show my appreciation. And second thing, Charlamagne, one of my biggest things with my mom, the last thing I got to do with her was let her hear some of my music. And that made me feel good because she had never heard anything. And I just wanted to see if I could, do a little rap for y'all this morning.
You think I'm gonna tell you no after that?
After that, you can't tell
yes,
no.
Do your thing, King.
All right. A wise man said, you better hear what hurt you. If not, you going to bleed on people that ain't cut you. So I step back and ask God forgiveness so I don't give him these palsy scars and stitches. I will never harm a harmless victim. Karma's a bitch because I move like a godly Christian. Remember, karma has no deadline, Duke. Fun fact, you can never walk in through or pass my shoes. No, I'm a walking testament, got a second chance. Homie tried to kill me, was my best friend. It's no secret. He told him himself. He beat the case, but that bitch played himself. Hell yeah, I was screaming for help. Internal bleeding, not knowing if I played the last card I was dealt. Mind racing, heart pacing, I was panicking. Dark shades over my head like a cannon. Remember, sun don't shine forever.
All right. Good. What you gonna say, Charlamagne?
I think your mom would want you to get a job.
I'm done.
Young man.
Whoa.
Young man. Young man. What?
He just tell you that whole story. You can't even lie on a Friday, bro.
Why would I lie to
Just say something nice. Just say something nice.
Happy birthday. I don't know.
It's not his birthday.
Oh. Hey, brother. I think your mom would want you to get another job, King.
Oh, my goodness, man.
Yo.
Yep.
Hello?
He hung up.
You hung up on him.
He
Why you
hung
do
up.
that?
He
No, you
hung
didn't.
up.
You're a liar. You hung up on that man.
You hung up on him. You foul. You
I
could have
did not-
lied.
I did not-
You
I
could
only have
have
the
just
phone
said,
over
you
here.
could have said, well, you could work on it and maybe it come out better next time.
Ain't nobody got time.
You
for
could
that.
have said, anything positive.
Nobody got time for that. That's exactly what God wanted him to hear this morning.
Y'all better come with it. Charlamagne do not feel like it today, baby.
Well, Tamar Braxton's here, our co-host. It's her birthday today.
Yes.
You could have lied or something, bro.
I got time for that.
All right, well, we got rumors on the way. And Tamar, you're in those rumors.
I am?
Yes, you are.
Oh, Lord.
Now, we're going to get to that next, so don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We got Tamar, our guest co-host this morning. And it's her birthday, so happy birthday, Tamar.
Say Tamar's Day.
Say Tamar's Day. Yes, it is. And let's get to the rumors. Let's start off with T-Boz.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report
I mean, I guess we on The Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Yes, on The Breakfast Club.
Now, things like this is why I have
guns.
Yeah, guns, cell phone 360 where I can track all my daughters and my sons and
Life
things like this.
360.
Life 360 is what it's called, yeah.
I got that too.
Me too.
So now T-Boz was talking about something that happened with her daughter when her daughter was leaving a doctor's appointment.
Okay, what's up, y'all? Y'all always hear about sex trafficking and stuff like that. So my daughter was just leaving the doctor's office. And when she came to the car, she had a weird thing on her windshield wiper. So instead of touching it, because when you do, they'll have some kind of drug substance on there that will make you drowsy and knock you out.
Really?
She looked at her surroundings. She hurried up, got in the car, drove off, went to a safe, crowded location, and took some object to knock it off. But now the concern is, now I hear they put trackers on your car. So if you have a father, brother, mail around, police station, wherever, make sure y'all check for trackers so they won't track you guys home or to the next location.
Man, you gotta start following the sex traffickers. How about that? Start stalking them and kidnapping them and beating their ass.
It's very scary. My wife went out last night to dinner in the city, and when she got back last night, it was pretty late. I got out. I searched around the car for trackers just in case.
Oh, wow.
Had the dog out there waiting for her as soon as she got in the crib. Because
that punk-ass dog ain't gonna do nothing.
That punk-ass dog will bite your ass. But, we just got to be extra careful when it comes to our wives, our sisters, our daughters, and all that, because you just never know.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's true.
All right.
100%.
Now, the next one, Tamar is engaged.
This is. I'm gonna tell you why this is so dope. Last week, Tamar put pressure. Tamar was up here, and Tamar. What was the conversation we was having? How long is too long to date?
Yes.
And Tamar said a man has a year.
A year. We have audio. We got the audio.
How long is supposed to work?
But the problem is, right? You meet somebody, y'all start dating.
Yeah.
You really don't know the real somebody in a year. Because it's the fake side. It's the, hey, baby, here's flowers.
I don't say a
let
year.
me cook,
I say
let me
like
clean.
5 to 6 months, you can figure it out. Because people really can't hold their cards that long no more.
Yeah. Everybody you date at this point, you think about marriage, Tamar?
No, not everyone.
Okay. How do you know the difference?
Oh, it's a couple of city girls and me.
How do you know the difference?
The conversations. I can basically know right away. You know, I have a really strong spirit.
Okay.
Who knew that clock was ticking?
You know what?
Who knew that clock was on the 360th day? Who knew?
Yeah, a couple days left. Well, you are engaged. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now, who
did he make the deadline? Did he make the year?
Okay, it was quick.
Okay.
Okay, first of all, I have a confession to make.
Okay.
When I came here, I was already engaged.
Drop with a clues, Bob.
I just couldn't say nothing.
Okay.
But it was 3 weeks.
You got engaged after 3 weeks?
We got engaged after 3 weeks.
Did it take him? How long? How quick was it?
3 weeks, nigga.
Oh, he proposed in 3 weeks?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I thought you said he was engaged for 3 weeks.
No,
he
he proposed in 3 weeks. So what about him that you knew he was the one?
We were very like-minded. We are very like-minded. I don't know. I just
had that hook.
You know what? You know, he's different. You know, he's Anglo-Saxon, and so
what does that mean?
That's my first time. Like,
what does that mean? Help me.
White.
Oh, Dr. Umar.
You know what?
Where's Dr. Umar when you need him?
But,
I'm taking back my congratulations.
No,
now.
don't say that.
Stop that, man.
Don't say
Congratulations.
that.
She happy. We all happy.
But, you know, I mean, it's different for me.
Right.
You know, but, you know, I mean, the kids are amazing. We have 6
How many carats that ring is?
It's 6 between the two
Don't
of us.
put the hand down now.
I have to put it down because I have to tell you the story off the camera, okay?
Okay.
All right. Yeah, so it's great.
What's his net worth?
You know what?
Now I care about these things.
Now you care about these things?
Yes.
What's his net
Blessed
worth?
and highly favored.
And how does the family think about him? Because, you know, it's, when you come into the South, and sometimes you bring a white gentleman home or a white girl home, the family's a little funny at first.
Well, not in my family. So,
Okay,
you know,
go
we're
ahead.
a mixture, you know, already. So, you know, they like him. They like him a lot.
Okay.
Is you going to put him on the gram?
I have not decided yet.
Okay.
You know, I mean, I guess I can now because it's all over the place.
There's pictures all over the place.
Yeah, so.
Oh, it is?
You met him on the show, right? The show, Queen's
I did.
Court.
I met him on Queen's Court. Shout out to Evelyn Lozada. She got engaged as well.
From the same show?
From the same show.
What?
Yes.
Are you supposed to be saying this? Ain't this?
No, it came out yesterday.
Okay,
The show dropped yesterday.
Okay.
So y'all gotta watch Queen's Court. Like, it's like one of the best dating shows I've ever. I'm not saying it because I'm on it.
Is it real, or is it like, hey, we get engaged? And
No. It's real.
Really?
It's really real.
Oh, so y'all live with each other now?
Well, we're not living in sin, but
oh, okay.
We live down the street.
Okay.
We live down the street.
All right.
Down the street.
Oh, he white.
You know what? Bye.
No.
Goodbye.
Oh, I see him now.
He's from New Orleans, but you know, he got a lot of flavor.
Got a lot of soul. So
yeah.
So
he's an attorney.
If y'all decide when y'all decide to make love, let's say you don't like it.
Man, shut up, man. Why are you asking them?
Because he just said they don't live in sin.
No, I mean, we don't live together. Like I did. I mean, I know what it is.
Oh, okay,
Come on now. Well, how we supposed to do that?
All right.
Yeah, he got some change.
You know?
I can tell.
Charlamagne,
I can tell the way he wears his belt.
You a bird,
and how red his neck is right around his hair.
You are a
he got
bird.
Some change.
Now, he is a complete gentleman. Like, he's a real sweetheart.
That's good.
And yeah, you know.
I'm glad you're happy. If you're happy, we happy.
I am extremely happy. I'm happy with myself. I really am.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Is Dr. Umar going to officiate the wedding?
Bye. Charlamagne, you should do it.
All right. Well, that is your rumor report. All right. We got front page news next. And it's Tamar's birthday. Where's Tamar's single? Let's get Tamar's single back on.
Man.
That's right. It's changed, baby, on St. Tamar's Day.
You got it ready?
What's this? What we got now?
Hey. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Come on, let's see if you want to do it. Come on now. There you go.
Birthday to you.
Hey.
Birthday.
Tracy just brought a cake in.
Happy.
Why you ain't light the cake, Tracy?
Yeah, why you ain't light it,
Come in
Tracy?
here with no
Just come in
flames.
with no cakes. You get blown up to the outpours. You could have had a candle or something. You making too much money not have no candle.
Pour some champagne, damn it.
All right. We got front page news coming up. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Our audible pick of the day is Unity in the Community. Queen Latifah presents Inspiring People Solving Real Problems. Listen and get inspired to get involved. Start listening when you sign up for a free 30-day trial at the home of storytelling. Audible.com/Breakfast Club. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got our co-host Tamar Braxton here today.
Happy birthday, Tamar.
Her single is out today, and it's her birthday.
Hey.
And she's engaged.
But let's get in some front page news. We have Teslin Figaro back with us. Good morning, Tez.
Good morning.
Now, where do you want to start, Tez? You want to go right into the BS or the BS? Where you want to start?
Let's start with the BS first.
All right, well.
With 400 years.
MC Lyte was talking prenups. What's going on with MC Lyte?
Yes, well, I wanted to bring this back up since we have Miss Tamar in the building, because last week, for those who are listening, you remember when Tamar was talking about finances, the finance and the romance. Remember, you said, I want to know what the brother's working with. And so I thought this was a great story to bring up, and congratulations on your engagement, by the way. But MC Lyte is saying in the aftermath of her divorce that she is recommending more people, especially those in the Black community, get a prenup. So, people are saying, should they follow the rapper's advice? And so I wanted to kind of dig deeper and found out that a Harris poll from last year said that 15% of Americans are signing a prenup, just up 3% since 2010. And more millennials and more women are asking for prenups as well. So I wanted to throw that out there to you, Tamar, and for the listeners, are more women asking for prenups now? Is it still a thing, or has it kind of went away?
I don't know about women. I just think people in general. I think people have become, more financially literate. And at the end of the day, it's like the love and the finance part of it have nothing to do with each other. Right. And you have to protect yourself. So, yeah, I mean, I would recommend it. I just think it's like alleviates problems in the end.
Yeah, I thank God I met my wife at 16 because I ain't have nothing.
Right?
There was nothing to split. I had some Jolly Ranchers and that 1986 Honda Accord. That's all I had at that time.
And the reality is, me and my wife been together 25 years, so there's nothing I got that she didn't help me build.
That's right.
She deserve a little bit more than half all the hell I done put.
Absolutely. Hell I gave you.
If you meet somebody right now,
80-20.
you better get you a prenup.
Oh, please. Right. I wouldn't do what? I do all kind of nups. Hell yeah. I have every nuck if you buck, nuck if you buck, all kind of nup.
People change when they're angry. When you breaking up, people act funny. People,
absolutely.
Yeah, they become new people.
If I met somebody new now, it'd be whatever I came in with, I'm leaving with. Whatever you came in with, you leaving with.
Hello.
That's it.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, because I wouldn't even put it in my name. It would be I would put everything in the trust in my kid's name.
Absolutely.
And I pay myself $1. Yeah, you want half this $1? That's all you get.
You can take this Curtis Jackson.
Now let's talk about this. I seen this case yesterday, and we were talking about it. A man got 400 years in prison, and he was wrongfully convicted.
Yeah, this is one of those bittersweet stories, where you're excited that he got out, but then pissed off that he got locked up in the first place. So Sidney Holmes served more than 34 years of a 400-year sentence for an armed robbery and was released from a Florida jail last week. I do want people to take time, because we don't have enough time to go into actually what happened, but I do want to encourage folks to actually listen to it, because it was a case of mistaken identity about him being in a Cutlass in 1989. And for those of us who are old enough to remember, who didn't drive a Cutlass in the 90s? So that was it was really interesting how they misidentified his car as being the getaway driver. So that's what got him locked up. And so now they went back and reopened the case thanks to the Innocent Project of Florida, and was able to determine that it was a case of mistaken identity. In fact, the first time when they tried to point him out in the lineup, they said that it wasn't him, and I believe they got him on the second time. Wow. So these are these cases where mistaken identity. There's also a great documentary about that on Netflix, where you can look at mistaken identity and how it has locked up so many people just by pointing the finger at the wrong guy. And there's three things that I want people to know about this story. Number one, the Innocent Project of Florida. I encourage you all to look into that, and to look into the National Innocent Project that was founded by Barry Scheck and Peter Neufeld. Many of you may remember him from both of them from the O.J. Simpson trial. They started this Innocent Project in 1992, actually before the O.J. trial, which is why they were picked for the O.J. trial. So they have a wonderful organization that helps people, determine if they're innocent or not. And the third thing I want people to remember is state attorneys matter. Charlamagne, I talked about that a lot. There were over 30 state attorney races last year, and I don't think it was loud enough. So I want to give a shout out to this state attorney, Harold prior. He was elected in 2020, and he was the first black state attorney in Brevard County and the first black man to be elected state attorney in Florida. So I always say local elections matter, state elections matter, and because of this state attorney, he was the one that decided to open back up the case, and now this brother's free.
I agree with all that. I just don't understand how somebody gets 400 years.
Man, I was thinking the same thing.
Like, damn.
And nobody died. It wasn't murder. It was just armed robbery.
Right.
And 400 years.
It's almost like the judge knows something you don't know.
Yeah.
You're going to die. You're going to come back. You're going to do this time again. Like, what the hell?
400 years.
I'll be like, Judge, stop playing with me. Just say forever.
But I'm sure that the family, he's going to be suing the county or suing the state.
You better believe it. you better believe that's an automatic. So yeah, and when you sue for these types of things, you have to account for the 34 years of the time that they've missed. The opportunities that they've had. And the article was talking about, we're going to help them get job placement. No, baby, you going to be the job.
That's right.
The state is about to pay him quite well.
Damn job.
Right.
I want a big ass lump sum check.
That's
Absolutely.
What do you mean job?
All right. Well, that is your front page news. Thank you, Tez. You have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend, Tez. Tell them where to follow you, Tez.
Yes, you can find me on Instagram, Teslyn Figaro, Tezlyn, Figaro, Figaro. And thank you so much, guys, for letting me hang out with you this week, and to all the Breakfast Club family. It has been fun.
Why you said this week? Like, you're not coming back? That's it? It's a wrap?
I'm coming back. I just wanted to say that, to be humble.
I mean, if you're available,
pulling up on y'all again.
If you're available next week, it ain't nothing but a Zoom away.
Absolutely.
Hey, ain't nothing but a Zoom away. I'm here. And thank you, Miss Tamar. And happy birthday, sweetheart.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. When we come back, Coco Jones will be joining us. Of course, she's an actress in Bel Air and also an artist signed to Def Jam, and we're going to talk to her when we come back. And Nyla's going to be joining us. All right, so don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
DJ Envy and Charlamagne the God.
We're brothers. We're happy and we're singing and we're colored.
Well, at least I am. The verdict's still out on Envy.
I'm black.
Give me a high five.
The Breakfast Club.
Of it, Coco.
He wanted to rap too. We didn't push him.
We told him not to.
We told him not to.
I tried to. I could see it.
And then he doubled down and then tripled down.
Jabari, he's a star, so he's gonna have to show all of his star assets. But you know what's crazy? All of our cast were really multi-talented. Like, did you know he plays the piano? Ali also produces his own music. I mean, it's a lot of talented. Simone, who plays Lisa, sings down, like, mad talented. I'm not surprised that he wanted to do that.
So let's start from the beginning. For people that don't know who Coco Jones is, where are you from? How did you get into the music industry? How did you get into acting?
Yes, so I'm from Tennessee. I was born in South Carolina, but I was raised in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Okay. You know I'm from South Carolina.
Yeah, I have heard that.
What part you were born in?
Columbia.
Oh, the Metro, 803.
Yeah, I don't know none of that. I was just born there and then we left.
I don't feel that. Dirt road immediately.
And literally went straight to the country, and I was raised there. And I would do like singing stuff just for fun, like at my talent shows or whatever at school, but I would just pop my shit. Like, I just really was like into it. And I come from sports. My dad played professional football for 10 years, so
what
I
team?
have like this. He retired with the Titans, but he played with a couple different teams.
No Cowboys, right? Good, thank God.
Oh,
right.
Eddie Jones?
Mike Jones, not the rapper one. Not the rapper one. Not the rapper one, please.
Okay.
I had this competitive thing to me, like, my entire life. Like, that's kind of how we were raised as kids, like, just to go after it. And I remember I did this talent show, and I just loved the audience reaction. And I was like, I want to do more of whatever this is. And then, like, I found out you can get paid for it, and it can be a real job. And I was like, okay, putting the basketball down, getting this microphone, putting it up. So I just would sing at talent competitions, whatever Nashville could offer. It was a lot of country music. There wasn't a lot for, like, a young black girl, but I was just singing soul, like Aretha. I would just figure it out. I would do live stuff, and it actually helped me a lot now with how I perform now, because I would perform with grown musicians, and I just have to captivate the audience.
I love Nashville. I call Nashville White Atlanta.
Okay. Low-key. But anyway, so basically I did this talent competition. I won the kids section. I won the adult section. And then the judge was like, I'll work with this girl for free. He worked with me for free for like 2 years. We made this ghetto little EP. My mama printed it out. And it was about sleepovers and basketball. And I handed it to this like Disney exec at this casting call with 5,000 kids. And I was like, you're going to listen to this. Me, a fetus. And then a couple years after that, they called me to be on their talent competition, next big thing. And then once you start working with the channel, like if they like you, they send you opportunities. Just went from there.
I wanted to ask you, Coco, because I find it interesting that your father was in the NFL for 10 years, because, I got 4 daughters, and, clearly you didn't struggle for anything growing up, right?
No.
So how did he instill that work ethic in you so you didn't have like a sense of entitlement or feel a sense of privilege growing up?
Well, the thing is, we didn't struggle for anything, but we also wanted big things for ourselves. Like, I think seeing my dad live his dream made us all be like, okay, I want to live my dream too. What's my thing? I mean, my brothers brother's was football, and he's been holding a football ever since he could walk, you know? And mine became singing, and it was more like, okay, they can't buy that opportunity for me. Like, we don't know nobody. So the only way that I can get it is if somebody comes and finds me. I have to like present myself. I have to go and show myself to the world. And I really just feel like the drive was like a natural thing in all of my siblings. Like, we all are athletic. We're all competitive. We all just like have this, I want to be the best. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think also too, it does come from like training. Like, I guess like when I was in sports, if somebody did something better than me, I'd be like, okay, that can't be. That I just don't like it. I just don't like the way it feels. I don't like when I know that somebody's better than me at something. It just makes me want to
work harder.
I don't know. It's just kind of like a natural thing.
Do you apply that to music too?
I do, but I also try not to like compare too much, because with music, it's not like A plus B equals C. It's like da 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 da, and then maybe this, and now you have to do this, and then it might equal C, or you got to go back and start over from scratch. Like, there's no formula to it, so I can't compare my journey to some other person's journey, because it's just not going to work the same. It's all about the right opportunities and the right timing, and like sometimes it's about the bad so that you do have the good. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to compare in this field. I just compare with myself. Like, do I feel like I'm giving my best to every opportunity, and I'm showing up and representing myself the best?
I've heard you say before that you appreciated your Disney journey because it made you who you are. But, you know, now with like TikTok and social media and stuff like that, you don't necessarily have to like attach yourself to a large machine to like get put out there. But if you could go back, would you do it without that?
That's a good question. It's hard for me to really say, because I do feel like there were a lot of pros to being on a channel like that. I learned a lot about like work ethic, resilience with all of the auditions, and I do think I would have had more creative control if it was my platform from the jump, if it was my audience from the jump. And maybe that would have helped me with my artistry and figuring out what I want to say quicker, because I kind of feel like I was behind maturity wise. And of course, like as an artist, like artists that are really artists, they live that, like they've been about that. And so I had to find something to be about, you know, because I was just playing roles and doing what I was told. So I don't really know. I can't really decide. I think there's good to both, but I'm happy with how mine played out as well. So.
That was a great thing you just said, because it's like, did you know your voice back then?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No, absolutely not. I just knew you want to be marketable. You want to be like sellable, like, you know?
Yeah.
That's all I really knew.
How were your parents when it came to that? Because, you know, it's putting your kid into an industry like that is so many vultures and so many wolves. So how were your parents around you?
I have to give a lot of credit to my mom, because my dad like kind of stayed with my siblings, and, you know, sports was his thing. So they did that, and then me and my mom just figured it out, this industry. And I feel like she protected me from a lot of the harshness that could come from it, like the harsh critiques that I would get from certain things, or like the reasons why things didn't work. Like, she protected me from a lot of that, or just dealing with like people, you know, if they know you want something from them, there's this power dynamic sometimes, and I didn't see any of that. She saw all of it, and she just kept it from me. I do wish, looking back, that she kind of would have explained it to me more, because I do think I was a little naive.
Like what?
Like, oh, because I'm talented, because I'm nice, because I'm easy to work with,
you'll be a star.
Surely I'll be a star, you know? And then when I did get a movie, I was like, they get it now. It can only go up from here. They're saying this and they're saying that, and it's the truth because they say it. But I really do feel like I kind of had to have my heart broken to realize, okay, none of that means none of that. You know, it's not even about my talent. It's not even about, it's really about how I look. It's really about what demographic is going to be receptive to me. Like, these are things that have nothing to do with how passionate I am about this script, or how hard I sing this song, how many highs or lows. It doesn't have anything to do with that.
I can't believe it. You had to get into the industry to realize it's not about talent.
I mean, you know, I started at 9.
Yeah.
I mean, my first time on TV performing, I was 11. I mean, to me, it was a world. It was like a fairy tale, you know? And then that bubble burst, and it's a harsh reality.
What was some of the feedback that they have given you?
I mean, I don't really know. She didn't really tell me. Okay. But I mean, there's a lot of colorism in the industry, so I feel like a lot of it is just logical. Like, I would be auditioning for a show, and then the next summer, all my friends would be talking about that show, and it'd be their favorite show. And I'd be like, oh, okay. It's clear what they wanted, you know? It's like, you can see it. And as a kid, if somebody's not explaining that to you, it can mess with your mental.
Absolutely. All right, we got more with Coco Jones when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We got Nala in here kicking it with Miss Coco Jones. And how was getting Bel Air? How was that audition?
so crazy because at the time, this is when things were like turning around for me, and I was like, "What's going on, Christ? What are we doing?
What's going on, Christ?"
At the time, I had just kind of went viral on TikTok, and I was like, "Okay, what's TikTok? Because what's happening?" I had just told this story about like my whole journey because this tweet was like, "What happened to Coco Jones?" I responded to the tweet. I did this video. They took the sound. It went viral on TikTok, and now I'm like, "What's going on?" So at the time, I get new acting representation, new acting management, and they're like, "You need to audition for this role, Bel Air." And at the time, it's just so much rejection that you try to limit it, you know, just if you can. And so I had seen this reimagining of Bel Air, and I'm thinking, what is a reimagining? They're doing the same thing, so they want the same thing in a different way. I don't look like Hillary. Like, I'm not.
I was going to ask you that, like, because of what the experiences you had with colorism, did you think, you're not going to give me that role?
Absolutely. I was like, why am I even trying for this, you guys? I go, can I audition for Ashley? They were like, Ashley's 12 in Bel Air. No, you need to audition for Hillary. I was like, okay, sure. You know, I had new acting management, so I'm not going to tell them no. One thing about me, if my team tells me to do something and they explain it to me, I'm going to do it. Because I don't know everything. I don't know anything, for real. So I did the audition, and I did it very stereotypical of what I thought they wanted. Then I talked to the creator, director, Morgan Cooper, and he was like, I've been watching you. Like, just be yourself. And I was like, huh? Be myself what? Like, what's the angle here? You know? Because I had never been told that. And he was like, you're a star. Just like be a star. And I was like, okay. So then I was like, all right, now I'm passionate about this. You know, you put your heart in it. I'm like, okay, wait, now I'm excited. Because now they want me to be myself. I can be myself. I was like, I'm ready to do my audition number 2. I was like, when are we doing it? So they had an appointment. Then they canceled the appointment. They were like, we're just going to go off your first self-tape. We'll let you know. I was like, okay. I was like, well, that was cute. That was a cute little burst of hope back to my life, back to my reality. And then I get a call from my management, my acting management, and they're like, we have the whole team here. When they have the whole team on the phone, it's either amazing or it's terrible. So I was like, okay. And they were like, and we're here. We just want to say, I was like, come on. They were like, congrats. As soon as they said congrats, I literally was like screaming. I was like, I gotta go, y'all. I gotta call my family. I called them on group FaceTime. My sister actually screenshotted it because every time I wanted to give up, somebody got a call. My brother, my sister, my mom, my dad, somebody got a call, you know? So when I win, it's like, we all take a breath of thank God, because it's just so hard.
How did that make you feel once you got the role, though? Did it give you like a confidence, like, you know?
It did give me a confidence, and like as an actor, at the time I didn't really know what was going to go on with music because I wasn't signed yet either. I just knew, okay, this is structure. Like in all of this chaos and all of this uncertainty, I know I'm going to be doing this from this time to this time, from these months to this month, this location, structure. It just feels safe in a way, you know? So it's more like a sigh of relief. And of course excited, but heavy on the relief.
And when you said you did a stereotypical, was it because you watched the original Fresh Prince and you did the airhead Hillary?
Yeah, just more like exactly what I thought they would want. But Hillary is me. Like, I do be talking my stuff, and I'm more like, I'm just a little more like grounded, I would say. Like a little more like, because I have goals and things that I'm trying to achieve, and then I get knocked down and the rejection. I feel like all of these storylines are like more relatable.
Did you ever talk to Hillary?
Yeah, I did get to talk to Karen. Yes, I did get to speak to her. We were doing like an interview
Karen's
together.
her name, babe. But
Yes,
so y'all spoke to her?
yes. And she was telling me,
Karen
she was like,
Parsons.
I'm very picky. She was like, but you did your thing. She was like, I commend it. I was like, thanks. Okay.
How involved was Will Smith in this, if at any at all?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I feel like him and his whole family just kind of gave us this we got your back type of energy, which was really, really cool. Westbrook Productions, like, I feel like they were very hands-on. And they gave us a lot of creative freedom, too. If something didn't feel authentic, you know, it wasn't like we had to do that. We could, like, talk about it, have a dialogue, and figure out a better solution to make everything feel really authentic, which I ain't never experienced that before. I quite enjoyed it.
Dope.
And your first love was singing, right?
Absolutely.
And do you love acting as much as singing?
I appreciate acting because it's a challenge and it takes me out of my comfort zone, but it doesn't feel like home the way that singing does.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like home. I even was thinking about with the Disney thing. It's like Disney, for some reason, Disney people don't get that stigma of being child stars. Like, they're allowed to grow.
Really?
No.
You don't think so?
I think the complete.
I mean, because I think Miley Cyrus, I think Zendaya. So I mean, I look at what they've been able to do. I mean, those are my own.
No, there's mad YouTube theories on like disturbing facts about childhood Disney star.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know how true the disturbing facts are, but I think it's more like as a brand when you are presented as something for such a long time, and then your audience, like, they accept that and they kind of grow with that. it's kind of hard to rebrand. And I mean, that takes time. Like both of the ladies that you mentioned, it took time for them to like be something else other than straight up Disney. But everything that, you know, you do once you come off that channel, it still kind of has like an essence because it's in people's brains, you know? You were their childhood.
So do you feel like you can't do certain things, like you can't curse, or you can't, you know?
No, I don't feel like that. I did feel like that for a really long time, but I think that came more from my religious background.
What are you?
A Christian.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah. But you know, Tennessee South, like, very heavy with it. So a lot of the times I was like, I say this with my homegirls, but I ain't gonna say it in the microphone, you know? I was like scared to like be too for real because I was just scared that like what I was saying wasn't pretty enough, safe enough, clear in the clear. You know, you're taught like media training and stuff like that. So it was kind of hard for me to get rid of that mindset.
But I will say when watching Bel-Air, at first I was nervous because I'm like, I love The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. It's one of my favorite shows from the 90s. Why would they remake it? But then when I'm watching it and I'm seeing a dark-skinned Hillary, it made me love the show even more because it's like, wow, we got a dark-skinned Hillary. This is fly. So I hate that colorism really played such a heavy role in your life. But I think that preconceived notion that you're talking about, a lot of us feel just in general, not even in that type of entertainment.
It had a lot to do with entertainment, but it also has a lot to do with our literal history as Black people.
That's right.
Some of this stuff is like generations old, and you don't know that you're carrying it so heavily until you go to therapy. That's why I really recommend it.
Now, you're signed to Def Jam, right?
Def Jam High Standards, my joint venture.
What's High Standards?
High Standards is my joint venture with Def Jam.
Okay.
By J-Dot.
What I Didn't Tell You EP?
Yeah.
Came out at #1.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that?
My manager's laughing because I literally call her crying. Every time anything good happens, I'm like, literally, you're going to get these tears.
Congratulations.
No, literally.
Oh, God.
I think it's so crazy because I had made this vision board and I edited that my album going #1. I put like a picture of myself and I put #1 Coco Jones. Like I had edited on this. I would look at it on my lock screen like all the time. So when I saw it, when one of my managers told me about it, I was like, okay, what does that mean? Like, it's just so hard for me to believe the drama. I'd be like, what are we for real? Is this a glitch? Like, what are we talking about? So I had to go look for myself. She had to show me how to get to the charts and everything. And then I was just like overwhelmed, just so happy and just shocked because I just spent so much time nervous and afraid. I'm like, dang, I wish I could just go back and like not do that to myself, you know?
You deal with imposter syndrome? Basically, any good that happens to you, you feel like isn't warranted, or you feel like you're not supposed to be in the position you're in, or so you don't feel worthy of the position you're in.
Not necessarily imposter syndrome because I work my ass off. Like, I'm going to show up and do 110. So I do feel like the things that are happening, I'm like, thank God. Like, it feels more like I climbed up a mountain. I'm at like a really high point now. And people are like, oh my gosh, yes, they're seeing this high point. But I'm looking at that mountain like that was hard as hell. Like, I don't want to go back there. It's more like I just don't want to do that again. I don't want to do that again. You know?
All right, well, don't move. We got more with Coco Jones. Of course, she's an actress on Bel-Air, and also she's an artist signed to Def Jam. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Nyla is here. All right, Tamar is here. It's her birthday, and we're still kicking it with Coco Jones. How did you feel when Gabrielle Union said you would be one of the people that she would love to play in her biopic?
Oh, I felt honored. I love Gabrielle Union. I mean, she's one of the greats. You know, she's one of the ones where you watch her movies so that you can like get your mindset right. Like I would watch like the OGs before I would do my auditions just to like remind me like to snap back into it. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I feel honored and I love her. Every time that I have an encounter with her, it's always so nice.
I could totally see if they did a remake of Bring It On, you'd be one of the Clovers. Like I could totally see you playing that role.
Period.
It's the What I Didn't Tell You EP. Is that about your, I guess, experiences visiting your friends on college campuses?
Yeah, it's more like people assume that I'm characters because they know me from characters on TV. So I wanted to tell stories that they would be surprised about or like just wouldn't expect, things that were not a part of any script. They were like my stories to share. So yeah.
On Double Back, you did that with London on the Track.
Yes.
How did you guys produce that? I know you sampled SWV, Rain. That's a classic. Was that something that you've always wanted done? Like,
no, actually, that was London's idea. So I had been working with him for a little bit, and I feel like one thing that kind of happens with producers who have never like worked with me, they always like, I guess, assume what it's going to be giving. And well, it's a lot different because there's a lot more music out there and my voice is out there a lot more. How it used to go is they'd play me some beats and I'd be like, let me sing real quick. So then I'd sing and then they'd be like, oh, snap. And then they get like inspired and they'd be like, here's this and da-da-da-da. You know, just because they didn't really know what I was coming with. So when I was working with London, we kind of had a couple sessions together. So he was like, I got some ideas for you, da-da-da-da-da. When you come in next time, this is going to be the song. He was like, trust me. I was like, okay, I'm open to all the things. So when I went in there, he played the track. I was like, oh, okay, you got to come with that heat. But yeah, I knew it was going to be fire.
I like the theme of the record, Double Back, because it's all something we've done, but all things we try not to do.
What's double back mean?
Double, like, been the block.
Double back to like a person that you know you kind of had, you thought you ended that situation and it's giving revisit. One more time, right?
Got you.
One more time.
One more time, right?
Is this out of love or lust?
Probably both.
Okay.
You tell me.
I don't know. I'm married. What the hell are you talking about? That's why I don't
She
know.
didn't mean literally.
It depends on the circumstance.
Got you.
It depends on why.
Question: how much of your success do you credit to social media? I mean, you've been working forever, so it's just like how much credit to social media get? Because some of people might say, "Oh, you just blew up off TikTok."
No, that I wish. I mean, no. I think it's a combination of timing. TikTok came out right when I told the story about my long ass journey that had already was doing numbers. To me, it wasn't just social media. It was the journey, the timing, the posting, and the virality of it. It was like a perfect storm. It was not one thing. It was a combination of all the things.
And what was the shift in your music career that really got you going, buzzing?
It was when I did the Hit Different cover on TikTok that really hit different. It really did hit different. Yeah, no, that was when I think people just had a different perspective of me.
I know you're probably tired of this, but we got to do it. You're on a hip hop station. Busta Rhymes.
LOL, God. What about it?
You got to do it right fast.
Are you serious?
You ain't got to do that. Don't do that, man.
Let's go.
You did that on TikTok.
I'm feeling like I gotta get away, but I know that I don't, and I won't ever stop because you know I gotta win every day. Why would you bring that out? No, I'm not gonna do the whole thing because when I tell you,
because you don't know the words for real.
Oh, don't let him talk to you like that. He said you be humming.
Okay, so are you on my side or are you challenging me?
Challenge.
I just feel like you don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think nobody knows the words for real. Not even Busta.
I gotta tell y'all a story.
Okay.
You're gonna scream, laugh, and cry. Okay, so basically, Lord, when I was at the Rock Nation brunch, right? I saw Busta Rhymes.
Oh Lord.
So
boy.
I go up to him and I was like, oh my gosh, like you had just seen my freestyle of your Thingy-Mabob on Wildin' Out. And he was like, yeah. I was like, remember? Because I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, you know? And he was like, that's good, shawty, that's good. I was like, all right, you take care now. I walk away, and I'm also looking up the lyrics to Look at Me Now because I'm like, I need to write it. I'm thinking something was off. That wasn't right. I'm looking it up and I'm saying, Busta Rhymes, who was that? My manager goes, girl, that's E40.
No.
I was like, oh no. Then I felt
I gotta get away.
I was so mortified. Because how I did, y'all.
Oh, man.
I felt real bad. And then he hit somebody up and be like, I think Coco thinks I'm Busta Rhymes.
Yo.
And then my manager cleared it up. She cleared it up.
That is so disrespectful.
That is
that's rough.
That is so funny.
I introduced her quickly. I'm from Oakland, and she had met like 50 people.
That was a good one. You got her good.
So I was like, okay, meet him. And then I was talking to his wife. So I started hearing her rap, and I was like,
oh my goodness.
Coco. And then we're walking away, and he was like, love, Lid, da-da-da. And I look back, and she's like, Lid, please, who? She's like shaking. She's like, who was that? And I see her looking at the remix. It's like Chris Brown remix, blah, 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 all the writers. And I was like, that was E40. She's like, I just rapped the whole verse for him.
Yeah.
And said that. And I was
that
like,
was a humble slice of pie.
That's the kind of stuff I love to do. I love to do stuff that you be like, who that? I'm like, oh, that's E40. That's Busta Rhymes.
No, they do that to me all the time.
Why?
I love that. They do that to me all the time.
That's really
Somebody come up here, they'll have a sheet with the different person's name, and I'm like, and special guest, and I say the person and be like, that's not me.
I love it.
No.
And I bet you were so
real
confident.
Bad. I felt really, really bad.
You should learn an E40 record. Just
no, she knows it.
Yeah, I do know it. I do.
So
I just had to make sure because I couldn't do that again.
She asked me 2 of them. She was like, that one, I know the other one, like the whole hyphy. And I was like, yes, that's E40. She was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you double back? What y'all said? Rubber back? What y'all said?
Double back.
Did you double back the E40 and say?
He knew it was double back. So why would he go and say that? Why would he say that?
Did you double back and say the verse?
No, I took my humble slice of pie and it was a learning lesson. Just don't rap for just don't do it.
I agree.
Honestly, truly, just let them say their name. Hi.
Oh man.
I just was like, yo, oh my gosh, you saw that Wildin' Out? You had seen it? And I should have known when he was like, yeah.
So you traumatized. That's why you didn't want to rap the verse. That's why you didn't want to rap the verse no more.
I'm like, please, at this point, it has followed me around. I didn't know it was going to go that viral, though.
Oh, Lord. Congrats, too, for winning the NAACP award.
Thank you.
Outstanding new artist.
Thank you so much.
How'd that feel?
I was literally shocked. I didn't even prepare anything. Didn't even think twice about it. But also, we just be going, just hustling. So I didn't even have a moment to sit there and think about what I would have said. I was in the back, right? So they called me back there, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm thinking that I'm about to present. So I'm looking at my prompt, and I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to say. I'm like, let's throw a little joke in there. And then I hear them presenting my category, and I'm telling all the people, I'm like, hey, y'all, this is my category. And they're just running around. They're like, okay, anyway. And then I hear Coco Jones, and I was like, ah, ah. I literally screaming back there. Like, I take my coat off. I'm like running up the stairs. I had no time to think about it. I was really just shocked and surprised. Wow. So my reaction when I get up there, I'm literally screaming myself. Because I was just surprised. Wow. I was so happy, though. My first award for music.
Congrats.
Thank you. Thank you.
More to come.
Definitely more to come, because everybody says how much of a star you are. But what advice would you give the aspiring artists?
Confidence is really key, because when you walk into a room, me as an actor or as a musician as well, when you walk into a room, you basically have to sell. You have to be your own marketing team, your own PR. You have to make it look like, if y'all don't sign this, if y'all don't get this, you're missing out on money. Because it's about dollars at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? So if you don't have that confidence that you, yourself, are the it's just not going to radiate. And people just, they don't buy it. Like, I know that there have been times where I've walked into rooms and I wasn't 100% amped up, and it just wasn't giving. And then there were other times where I'm like, I don't care what none of y'all say. I know I'm that girl. And maybe I didn't get that job, but they definitely call me back. They definitely remember me. That confidence is really something.
Your mom and dad did a phenomenal job.
That's right.
Thank you.
They did a phenomenal job.
What do you want to hear? Let's get a record on before you get up out of here. What you want to hear?
Let's play Double Back.
Double Back.
Yeah.
All right. Well, here it is.
Dedicated
Double
to
Back.
E40. Dedicated
You know
to
what?
E40. When she see you again, she gonna roll up on you and rap Sprinkle Me.
I'm hoping I don't regret telling that story, Lord.
My goodness. It's the Breakfast Club. It's Coco Jones. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Our co-host Tamar is here.
And that wasn't planned. We having a conversation with Coco Jones. Her song Double Back got the same Rain on Me sample.
Yeah, same sample as Tamar's joint. Yeah.
Hers is light, though. Mine is a little...
little light rain.
It's a little light rain.
She had a little light rain.
Mine's heavy on the melody. No shade, not like that. Not like that. Not like that, yeah.
Tamar says much more rain in her forecast.
Well, let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Slim Thug.
Rumor has it. Rumor has it.
Call out a name, or you gossiping, or you chatty patty.
I'm gossiping.
This is the Rumor Report.
I mean, I guess we on the Breakfast Club. This is where the tea spills, right?
Yes, on the Breakfast Club.
Now, Slim Thug, he was on vacation again. Slim Thug stays on vacation and was talking about how he stays rich.
Let me show y'all why I still got money. A lot of rappers went broke. Voila. The $5.99 shirt.
Come on now.
See how much the shorts is. The shorts, $12.99.
Come on now.
Less than $20. I be in the club with this shit on. Y'all don't know because I got $1 million worth of jewelry on. But y'all be buying that designer. Y'all be looking gay because all the designers look gay. And I'm the only one be standing out. There be 10 of y'all with the same Christian Dior shirt, 10 of y'all with the same Gucci shirt, and I be the one that's standing out with a plain tee that cost me $5, same as a Happy Meal or less. You know what I'm saying? That's how I stay rich this long. I just wanted to give y'all that game today.
I'm almost positive there's gay people out there that wear $5 t-shirts and $5 shorts. Slim Thug. All right.
Also, $5.99 is cheaper than a Happy Meal.
Yes,
it is.
For the record.
Yeah,
Happy Meals cost more than $5.99.
They're like $7 now.
It's crazy.
Yes, they are.
You might as well get a value meal for that price.
Value Meal is like $12.
Value Meal is like $9.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
But I'd salute him though. I'm frugal like that as well.
All right. Well, Ice Spice admitted that she had a crush on SpongeBob SquarePants growing up.
A crush?
The only animated character I ever had a crush on was like SpongeBob. You know, he's very integrated in my life.
Oh.
Hold on, now there's a term for that. Let me look it up.
Yeah, please.
What term is that?
No, it is when you're attracted to cartoon characters.
Look it up. Play her song when she talks about it.
I don't know if it's tunaphilia or this word I can't pronounce. SCHEDIA-philia. Scatophilia? Yes, scatophilia is when you are attracted to cartoon characters. Yes.
I ain't mad at him. Because if this don't work out, I'm next.
What cartoon character you gonna date?
Scatophobia, that's the name.
Who you going after?
Sonic, I'm going for the big dogs.
Now, lastly, Sherry Shepard says that jail was a classroom while reflecting on a short time she spent behind bars. She said it was a class for her. She learned a lot while she was in jail. Now, she was speaking to Tashara Jones. Shout out to Tashara Jones from Page 6. She said, I went to jail for not paying my tickets. At the time, I did not think being in jail was a good moment, but looking back, I learned to pay all my bills and to stay out of jail.
How long was Sherry in there for not paying tickets?
Well, in New York, if you do get locked up for something like that, they take you, if you don't have a New York license, they take you down to the Tombs, and then you have to see the actual judge.
But how long was she in there? She sounded like she did a 10-year bid or something. Ain't
probably a day.
That's what I mean.
She said 8 days.
8 days?
8 days?
That's a long time.
Yeah, that is a long time for
Sherry
Sherry Shepard.
8 days. She spent 8 days behind bars.
No,
That's a long time for not paying
for Sherry Shepard. But to be Sherry Shepard to be in jail for 8 days, that's a long time. Because of the lifestyle she's used to. You know what I mean?
And if it was in New York, oh my goodness.
When was this? What year was this?
She didn't say.
I wonder if this is before or after the View.
She said the early 90s.
Oh, this is before the View and all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
because if it was New York, they lock you up in whatever precinct you're at. So let's say something happened to me and I got locked up in Harlem. Then you have to spend a night in Harlem.
Wow.
Then they transfer you in the morning to the Tombs, which is by downtown Manhattan. Then you have to wait to see the judge. And then you got to go through the whole system. There's rats and roaches in there.
Did you ever get locked up when you had a deuce in your boots?
No.
Okay, I was just wondering, did you have your deuce in jail with you, or did they make you take your boots off?
No, I got locked up because when I moved to New Jersey, you're supposed to hand in your license plates. But I'm from the school where my dad used to hang the license plates in the garage.
Yeah.
So I hung the license plates in the garage, but I didn't know you're supposed to hand them in, and they locked me up for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I only got locked up in New York once.
That's petty.
Oh, no. Yeah, I got locked up in New York once and Jersey once.
You want to tell?
The first time I was driving with I think it was either unpaid ticket, so my license was suspended.
And what's the Jersey one?
Cocaine.
Yeah.
Wow.
You want to expand? Because people going to think you was yelling, selling, or smoking.
It wasn't me. I didn't have cocaine. I would have told on the person, though, but I didn't have to because he ended up telling on himself. But it was his.
You know, I've never been arrested.
Really?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
You know what?
Knock on wood. Got a lot of time left. All right. Well, that is your rumor report.
Man, why you put that on her, man?
He's going to be in New York for longer all day. And this ain't Tamar's day.
If fiance don't act right and Tamar do something, then she get locked up for it. You know what I mean?
But don't put that out there.
I'm not getting locked up. Universe, we're not getting locked up. Okay, amen.
There you go.
Can you see Tamar in prison? I mean, no, you can't see her locked up.
Prison?
Locked
up.
She don't want her own cell.
Oh, wow.
She not gonna like the meal that they give her. She gonna want sparkling water, not regular water.
That is true.
She ain't gonna eat bologna.
I'm gonna want my phone. You can't have your phone?
No, you can't have your phone.
What?
I don't know. I ain't been to jail in a while. Can you have your phone?
No, you can't have your phone. They take your phone.
I don't know. I've been getting a lot of texts from jail. I get a lot. I get calls from jail. I don't know. You sure?
Yeah. Take your
phone. I don't know, bro. Them guys in there got phones.
But that's illegal.
Oh, wow.
You gonna snitch on somebody too?
No.
All right. Well, that is your room report. If I don't have to. Who you giving your donkey to, man?
There's a woman named Bethany Mandel who needs to come to the front of the congregation. We'd like to have a word with her, man. She's a conservative writer. And she don't even know what it is that she hates.
Okay.
Wow.
All right. We'll get to that next. So don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
DJ Deuce in your boots.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
Did you know one word can change everything? Zach Levi returns as Shazam in the new movie Shazam! Fury of the Gods. This film is a must-see event with epic action and a whole lot of fun. March 17th, see Shazam! Fury of the Gods, only in theaters, rated PG-13.
This is a miracle.
There is no question that there are problems in this country between police and community.
Yes, you are a donkey.
The latest on that police killing of a black man.
Now to new developments in the deadly spa shooting rampage.
And yesterday was a really bad day for him, and this is what he did.
And so we are in a state of emergency.
Okay, white supremacist violence is and always has been the number one threat to our society.
But I'm also very proud that my wife is white.
The Breakfast Club, bitches.
All right, Charlamagne, please tell me, why was I your donkey of the day?
Yes, donkey of the day for Friday, March 17th goes to conservative writer Bethany Mandel. I don't know Bethany Mandel. Never heard of her until yesterday, but she was on a web series called The Rising that The Hill produces, and she was on there doing what a lot of conservatives do nowadays, and that's rant about wokeness. Okay, she was on there talking about the dangers of wokeness. Now, Republicans have changed what wokeness is. They have appropriated this term and just tagged it to things they don't like. Okay, basically, if you are trying to tell the truth about this country, especially the institutionalized racism and sexism that exists, they call it woke. Okay, any education that is all inclusive of every single thing that has happened in this country, the good, the bad, the ugly, aka the white supremacy, the slavery, the segregation, the genocide of indigenous people. It's a lot. They don't want any discussions of that at all. Okay, now I'm on record letting y'all know I hate wokeness. All right, but not the conservatives' definition of wokeness. I hate wokeness in the form of what we saw happen to Whoopi Goldberg this week, when she used the term gypped. Okay, I hate wokeness in the form of people who just want to destroy without attempting to build. Don't just tear me down because I don't know proper pronouns. Okay, I don't like that type of wokeness. All right, I feel like when you stay awake too long, you get sleepy. All right, and you don't think straight. You should take a nap. All right, but wokeness in its original term, its original form, is meant to mean cultural awareness or consciousness. Now, I would think that if you don't like something, then you know why you don't like something. More importantly, I would expect you to even know what that something is, okay? I would expect you to know what that something is you don't like. Well, Brianna Joy Gray asked Bethany Mandel to define her definition of wokeness, and the wokeness that conservatives feel are presenting a clear and present danger to society. And this is what she said.
Americans consider themselves very liberal, and probably fewer of them consider themselves to be woke. And so, when we talk about traditional,
what does that mean to you? Would you mind defining woke? Because it's come up a couple times, and I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
So, woke is sort of the idea that this is going to be one of those moments that goes viral. Woke is something that's very hard to define, and we've spent an entire chapter defining it. It is sort of the understanding that we need to totally reimagine and redo society in order to create hierarchies of oppression. It's hard to explain in a 15-second soundbite.
She sounds like Envy trying to find the word context. Okay?
How you get in it?
Listen,
I know, right? How you throw it at me? I lost the context. Context beat me up the other day, though.
There should be a spiritual law that you can't hate on something if you don't know the definition of the thing you're hating on. Okay, this is why we must all fight to the death to not be a group thinker. Because this woman realized in that moment that she doesn't really hate wokeness because she don't even know what wokeness is. All right, she just knows she doesn't like it because a bunch of other conservatives don't like it. Okay, why doesn't she like it? Because the reason she really is feeling this way is because anti-wokeness is simply white supremacy. All right, that's it, nothing more. All right, nothing less. Whenever someone challenges institutionalized racism, for example, there was a report from the Association of American Medical Colleges saying that medical practitioners should learn about systems of oppression and discrimination that affect the patients they serve. In response, the Wall Street Journal published an editorial saying that the woke domination of American higher education is now poised to infect medical education. Listen, discussing ways to dismantle systemic racism is what we all should be doing if we really want this country to have liberty, freedom, and justice for all. Okay, the only way you would or could be against that is if you are still trying to uphold white supremacy. There's no other way around it. All right, no other way of looking at it. If you are discussing ways to dismantle systems of oppression as something bad, then you are upholding white supremacy. The fact people think that wokeness is infecting society in a negative way, but don't think white supremacy has affected society in a negative way is hilarious to me. And the fact that conservatives have chopped and screwed and remixed what the term woke means so much that they don't know the actual definition themselves is even more hilarious. Okay, look, conservatives, don't go chasing wokeness. All right, just stick to the I hate you Negroes because you're black that you used to. All right, good old-fashioned hate and prejudice based on what someone's race is, what someone's gender is. We understand that. Okay, and when it's open, I respect it more. This hiding behind anti-wokeness, y'all letting y'all forefathers down. All right, makes y'all seem like suckers. Stop hiding behind being anti-woke and just admit you are anti-everything that's not capital riot white. All right? Please let Kathy Griffin give Bethany Mandel the biggest hee-haw.
Please give this giant jar of mayo the biggest hee-haw.
Yeah, let Chelsea Handler get in on that.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. That is way too much Dan mayonnaise.
Mm-hmm.
No Chris Rock?
No, I don't think we need Chris Rock today. I don't think so. You think so? No, I don't think we need Chris Rock today.
When do we not need Chris Rock?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cracker ass, cracker.
Okay. You want my girl too?
Cracker.
Okay.
All right.
Well, thank you for that donkey today, sir.
Absolutely.
All right. It's Friday. You know what that means?
It's Freaky Friday!
right. Tamar Braxton is here. It's her birthday. She just got engaged.
And did.
That's right. So today's Freaky Friday question.
It's something Tamar knows nothing about.
What?
Nothing at all. We got the audio? No.
Yeah, we got the audio. We don't got the audio?
No, we got the audio.
Who was it? Was it Portia or Miss Pat that brought this up?
I think it was Portia. Or maybe it was Miss Pat.
I don't remember.
But one of them were talking about how brothers with no job, that usually sit at home, have better D.
Are really good in bed. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know about that at all. I'm going to just listen. I'm going to be a listening ear.
Listen, let's play the audio. Meets now. He addresses
so
prosthetic penis.
Thank God, black men.
Man, episode, Jay.
It gave me flashback. Only people have that kind of meat like that is unemployed black men.
Man, stop.
Y'all ain't blessed like that. Y'all got a job. Y'all got that regular 9 to 5. I already know it. I can smell it in the air.
Man, can you imagine if that's how life really worked? When you was unemployed, you had a big meat.
Well,
as soon as you get a good job, it shrink.
No, it's something about men that work 9 to 5, and it's something about unemployed and street dudes. They have a better quality of sex life. I'm just being honest.
You got time to just sit around and tug on it all day.
I know you drink your green juices and stuff, but if you ain't been to the hood and hit no woman in the eye, you ain't got it.
What the hell was that?
Shoot, sound like somebody's meat came out and they had to start the alarm went off.
Jesus, all right. So that is the question. 800-585-1051. Ladies, is this true? If you date or been with a unemployed man, is the sex life better? Is his D better? Is his D better?
A hobosexual.
Yes. What?
A homosexual.
That is the question. You said you know nothing about this.
I've never, no.
No? Not one time?
I don't even, how does that work? Like,
what do you mean?
You don't have a job and you just come up like.
Work?
I'm sure you've heard stories, though. I'm sure some of your homegirls have dated guys and you've been like, why are you dating him? He ain't even got no job.
No, I've never heard that before.
Damn, your circle rich.
You know what? It's not about being rich. I just think it's weird.
What?
Like, because if you have time to date, you have time to go get a job, right? No?
I mean, it's 168 hours in a week. You can do both. You could be looking for a job.
I'm just trying to figure out how that works. Like, so you don't go out.
Right.
You just come over to my house.
Well, no, you could be looking for a job and be homeless, right? And still have time to go over to the rich woman's house and knock her off.
That could be the job. The job could be you were like a gigolo. Like you knock off these women and you use your D as payment.
That too.
But then you fall in love with the D if it's that good. See, that's why I like mediocre. Praise God.
What?
Yeah, I like mediocre.
Mediocre what? D?
Yes, I do. I have a lot to do.
Oh, because you don't ever want to fall in love with the person?
I don't want to be stuck, all day thinking about somebody, texting, looking for them with a flashlight in the daytime. I do not have a lot of time.
So only D makes you do that, not the emotional connection you may have with a person?
Emotional connection, but the D. Yeah. I mean, what make you... I mean, what makes you...
Say what makes you...
The D.
The D.
Dun, dun, dun. Keep it away from me. It got a cake.
All right, well, let's open up the phone lines.
God damn. Get him circumcised then. Jesus Christ.
Especially that one.
I don't think she's talking about that cape, all right? You want to talk about that hood?
Do that to you, man.
Not that hood. All right, 800-585-1051.
No more Mr. Incredible. Mr. Mediocre.
That means to do that to you, man. I never heard that before. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if more people feel like that.
They should.
Maybe we should ask that question.
What?
Do women prefer mediocre penis for reasons Tamar said?
Okay, let's clear the lines. All right.
I mean, you can do both. I mean, just answer the phone. I mean, it's all...
800-585-1051.
So, it all revolves around penis.
Yeah, it's freaky Friday regardless. Tamar's here, guys. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Big old freak. Love to talk my shit.
It's Freaky Friday, goddamn.
Hey, look, where are my freaks at?
Call in now. 800-585-1051. We want to hear from you on The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We have Tamar Braxton here. Of course, she's our co-host for today.
Yes.
And it's Friday, so you know what that means.
It's Freaky Friday!
And the Freaky Friday question is, do unemployed men have better D?
But this went somewhere else, man, because Tamar informed the room that she like mediocre penis.
I do.
Correct.
I never heard that before. I heard that about weed. People say they like mediocre weed. They like Reggie because they don't want to get too high. They want to be out their mind.
But let me be honest.
Concept.
I'm sensitive, though. So if my wife told me she likes mediocre D and she's with me, I would feel away.
Why?
You know you wrote a book, right?
But that was mediocre when I was young.
Time out. You know you wrote a book, right?
But I was mediocre when I was young.
You know you wrote a book.
I was young.
And you know in that book what you said.
But I was young.
You know what you said.
I was young.
Do you want me to say it?
What did he say in the book? Quote him. What did he say?
Listen, now we got to go through this whole story.
He said he ain't make his wife orgasm for a decade.
It wasn't a decade. It was 6 years.
It was no, boy, I read the book.
There was no
you said it was 10 years.
It was no 10 years.
No, I didn't say all that now.
I know.
You went too far.
You went too far. Look, we were together at 16.
Okay.
I didn't know what I was doing. I would watch porn and would bang, 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 bang. I did not know.
Okay.
But we were 16.
Yeah, I got it.
We good now.
We read the book. Wasn't it 10 years? I thought it was a decade.
I'm getting
Well, she
triggered
didn't
now.
know either then.
She didn't know either.
Okay, well
she
then.
knew. That's how she knew it wasn't happening.
Let's go to the
That's
phone
how
now.
she could keep a record. That's how she knew how long it took before she had one.
No, shut up. I'm triggered. Hello, who's this?
Miss X.
Okay, Miss X. All right. You know we got call ID.
Let her have her anonymous, whatever the word is.
Anonymous.
There you
Okay,
go.
Miss X, good morning.
Anonymity, whatever.
Talk to us. We're talking unemployed D. What's your thoughts, Mama?
Oh, I truly believe in that. They do have better needs.
Wow.
Because what they're doing is they're fighting for a home. They're fighting for food and a place to stay. When you're unemployed, you have to have better needs.
Why y'all talking like this is a butcher shop, man?
Interesting.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
Are you still with him or no?
Do I what?
Are you still with the guy with no job?
Of course not. It's just with me.
Wow.
Damn it,
she
man.
just be running through these unemployed men. How do you feel about what Tamar said about wanting mediocre penis?
I mean, it's guaranteed penis. You know what I'm saying? You can rely on it. It's consistent.
I don't think she know what mediocre means.
Hello, who's this?
She don't know what mediocre.
Yo, what's going on? This after game on YouTube. What's going on?
Okay, I can hear the unemployment in your throat.
No, I can hear. I hear mediocre D.
I'm an employed man.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So talk to us.
Look, it makes sense, right? Because as an employed man, we out here giving that stress D. You know what I mean? And these dudes who are unemployed, they got time. So the females pretty much got these dudes on deck. So they got time to get whenever they need. We can't give it whenever they need. Because we out here working. You know what I'm saying? Like they even say like, you know, a female rather a drug dealer than a man who's working. Yeah, because he out here in the streets and he can be there whenever she needs him. When she comes back from work, she just get it whenever she needs. But we out here stressed.
I think.
You know what I'm saying? So like, it has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with size. It has everything to do with time and stress.
He has mediocre.
He has mediocre.
Yeah, he has mediocre. Nice type.
You can hear the mediocre all in his voice.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Carolyn.
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Now you dated a guy with no job for 10 years?
Well, he didn't have. It wasn't that he didn't have a job for 10 years. While we were dating, he lost his job.
Okay, that's a little different. But did the D get better when he lost his job?
He sure did.
Oh wow.
It got so much better. It was like he had to prove why I was going to keep him.
Damn.
Oh wow.
I mean, you stayed for a decade, right?
I did. I got all messed up.
Could you have stayed with him? Could you have stayed with him for a decade if he never made you orgasm?
No, absolutely not.
Now let me see. I didn't.
She proved my point.
No, she did prove Tamar's point.
But why you bringing it back to me?
I didn't bring it back.
And
to
my mouth game was still good. So my mouth was good money. But
don't ever. You don't have to say that to me. Look at the room. Look up into the ceiling when you say stuff like that. All right. She proved Tamar's point though.
What's that?
Because she said she was messed up.
Yeah. 800-585-1051. If you just joined us, it's Freaky Friday. We're talking unemployed D. Is unemployed D better than employed D? I feel so stupid saying this, but man, it is what it is. We'll take your calls when we come back. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning, y'all.
It's Freaky Friday. It's Freaky Friday.
It's freaky. Call in now. 800-585-1051.
Hey, look, where are my freaks at?
We want to hear from you on the Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. We have Tamar Braxton here, our co-host. It's her birthday.
Yeah.
She recently just got engaged.
Yeah.
And we're talking about unemployed D.
Yes. Come on, did we do it?
Yeah, now let's do it.
Okay.
It's Friday, so you know what that means.
It's Freaky Friday.
Now,
I'm learning so much today. That's why I love having conversations with women, because you learn so. This when you think you got them figured out, they hit you with a curve.
What did you learn?
That you said at your big age,
yeah,
that you don't have time for
Super D.
good Super D. You want mediocre penis?
I do. It takes the pressure off of the relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We both get to have our careers and do what we need to do. There's kids involved at our big age. You know what I mean? It's jobs. It's, we have a lot of responsibilities.
You wouldn't feel the way if somebody said your D was mediocre though? Like, even just lie to me a little bit.
You still are pleasured. It's just not over. You don't need over the top. Sometimes you can put your back into it. Won't you do it? But not all the time. Mediocre is like, okay, this is good, it's consistent. We both got there.
Yeah.
I can get up and go do my job.
What if he said you have mediocre vajayjay? Or
I think that's different.
No.
Right? That's different for guys, right?
I don't know. See, I'm trying to figure out, when you say mediocre, do you mean like,
it's still good. We just ain't gotta go.
He can go to that level if he needs to. But he keeps it just here because y'all got things to do.
You got things to do.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. I think that's considerate.
Let's go to the phone lines. Hello, who's this?
This is Crystal calling from Atlanta. Hey, DJ Envy.
Hey, Crystal. Good morning. Can you take us off speaker, Bluetooth, whatever you got us on?
Crystal, that's all you hearing here is Envy?
53 degrees today, unfortunately. Hey.
That's why you ain't got no phone service.
And you can turn up the radio. Crystal,
say hi to Tamar. It's her birthday, Crystal.
Hey, Crystal.
Good morning, Miss Tamar. How are you? Happy birthday, sweet thing.
Oh, thank you, Pooh.
Now, what's your opinion, Mama?
Well, my opinion is that slanging D is definitely an occupation. Shout out to my ex-husband, Fly Guy De Niro. I'll see you later on today, baby.
Oh,
okay. Hold on. Is he unemployed?
He is absolutely unemployed. Never had a job. I don't know anything about clocking in. He's just so unfamiliar.
So how do you make money?
He be slinging it in. I feed him and buy some sack and some to drink. You know what I'm saying? That's why big girls win it though.
Because you're a big girl. Now it's making sense. Now it's making sense.
What you mean, Charlamagne? What you mean?
How big are you?
Damn it.
I'm 3.
3 what?
That's all she need to say. Okay.
Yeah, 300.
Hey, man, all I'm saying is, man, it ain't a stereotype if it's true. They always say you get you a big girl, that big girl will take care of you. That big girl don't want him to do nothing but lay that pipe.
But do what he got to do, because I'm going home, I'm going to bring the bacon, I'm going to fry it. I got to eat.
We know that. We know that, man.
Oh, don't do me, Charlamagne, though.
I'm happy for you. Okay. All I hear is happiness in your voice.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, she sounds content.
Right, because I get to see y'all didn't people saying shout out to my ex-husband.
I heard you say your ex-husband. He's still swinging that D for you.
He's my ex-husband. Because, the D was good enough for me to stick around, but it just wasn't good enough for me to be married to. You know what I mean?
No, you doing the same thing, sis.
Hey.
No,
you said you bring home the bacon and you fry it and you eat it. What else?
But it's a lot of headache. It's a lot of headache that come with that type of commitment. See, I'm going to pull up on him, wherever his girlfriend and him live or whatever. I'm going to pick him up. We're going to go to the room. Then I can drop him back off.
Hold on. So he got a girlfriend and everything else?
Yeah.
Oh, so you pay the bill. So you the sugar mama.
She said that's
not adopt. I told you I'll buy him something to eat. If he need a little chain, he need a sack, he need a drink, yeah. But other than that, yeah.
It sounds like you just comfortable with him. There's other guys out there that,
Like what?
Like big women.
I guess. I can't find them.
There's a website. Ain't there's a website?
What website is this?
Hold on. Let me see. Hold on.
It just sounds silly.
Yeah, chubbychaser.com.
What?
Chubbychaser.com? Yeah. For if you were looking for like obese.
Bye, Charlamagne.
I'm dead serious. I'm not even joking.
Well, Crystal, you have a good weekend, mama.
You too, Izzy, and happy birthday again, Miss Tamar.
Thank you, baby.
Are you gonna go pick him up now or this weekend or tonight?
Yeah, I gotta go freshen up. I'm gonna go get him in a little while. It's daytime stuff.
Woo! He eat the booty too. I can tell he eat the booty because you in love.
Hey, they got BBW Cupid too.
What? Thank you, mama.
BBW Cupid.
Yeah, BBW Cupid.
Gotcha. Thank you.
They have plus size dating sites, y'all.
All right. Well,
I'm looking at them. I'm looking at the 10 best plus size dating sites. BBW Cupid, Woo Plus, Cupid, BBW Admire, Large Friends.
Okay, let me ask you a question. When you go home and you have that in your search history, what's your wife gonna say?
I'm doing this for the radio. I'm trying to encourage you. That's what I'm doing. BBW Plus Singles, BBW Romance, BBW Friends Date, B-Size, and Chubby Bunny.
Chubby Bunny.
Yes. So, I just feel bad that, she feel like she got to just stick with that dude just because that's what she knows. But he got a girlfriend and all types of other stuff. Like, come on.
That's a lot.
All right. Well, what's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is we just ordinary penis. Okay, all the ordinary penis out there, Tamar just put y'all on the map. All right? Mediocre penis ain't never got this kind of love ever in the history of society. But they did this morning on the Breakfast Club because of Tamar Braxton.
Okay.
Jesus. All right. Well, when we come back, we got Past the Aux. That's where we got our good old friend Nyla Simone. She's going to come up here. She's going to play some new joints. And I'm sure Tamar's joint is going to be in that pack. So don't move. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club.
I just got a manicure. Never mind.
Did you start yelling stuff out?
Yes.
All right. Well, we are The Breakfast Club, of course. Shout out to Tamar Braxton, our co-host for today. But right now, it's time for Past the Aux. Now, if you don't know what Past the Aux is, that's where Nyla Simone comes up here, and we go through her playlist. She tells us some of the songs that we might not be listening to, that she's putting us on to, or some songs that we just don't know yet.
DJ Nyla Simone.
Nyla, good morning.
Good morning, guys. I'm happy to be up here. And this week, it's all ladies.
Ladies, okay.
Yes.
Rappers, singers.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, that wasn't really intentional. I'm not being biased because I'm a woman, but... You
don't have to explain why you got that on your playlist.
All right, cool. So let's kick it off. I'm going to start with home team with Connie Diamond. She's from the Bronx. She just signed to Def Jam, but she just dropped a song called Move, which sampled Ludacris Move, and it's super dope.
Definitely moving. Connie sounds like she really wants me to get out the way.
I seen LeBron posted that, right?
Yeah, he did.
I seen LeBron post that.
I'm really getting out of her way if I hear her tell me to move like that. Okay?
Yeah, she's dope. And a lot of her freestyles go viral or have been going viral for like the past few years. So it's cool to see Connie moving.
Okay, Connie.
Everybody's sampling records from our era, man.
Yeah, what that mean?
Nothing. I'm just saying. A lot of people doing that, and then
we sampled all the records before us.
Exactly, and people we thought those records were so old, but they weren't. Like back in the when Puff was doing that in the '90s, we thought those records were like dumb old. They really weren't that old.
They hits from
like
the
20
'80s.
years.
That's right.
Yeah, you used to take hits from the '80s. Yep,
that's right.
All right. So next up, speaking of '80s and '90s vibes, I'm gonna go with Alex Vaughn. She's an R&B singer from the DMV area, and she just has like that 90s R&B feel.
Okay.
But she just dropped a record with Summer Walker called So Be It Remix.
Let me see if it has a 90s R&B feel. I was in the 1900s.
Oh.
I know what the 1900s felt like. I lived through it.
Shut your old ass
lived
up.
through it.
Let's go.
I want to see if it feels that way for real.
Come on.
I can see that. I can see a little 1900 vibe. Yeah. What's she talking about? It sounds like she talking about she got cheated on?
She's just talking about a friendship, actually.
Oh, it's a friendship?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like her and the friend just aren't on the same, like they're growing apart.
Oh, okay.
She's just like, so be it. If this is what it is.
So be it.
Then.
Oh, yeah, we ain't feel like that about no friends in the 1900s.
What? I mean, it could apply to anything. It's music. It's art.
Okay. I say early 2000s then.
Oh, God.
What else we got?
Like early 2000s.
All right, so my last one today is going to be a new Doechii record. Doechii is back, and Doechii is actually one of my favorites that I'm betting on coming out right now as a rap girly, even though she's singing on this one. But it's called What It Is, featuring Kodak Black, which is dope because they are both from Florida. She's from Tampa, and you know I got roots in Tampa. And
what roots you got in Tampa?
My whole family is from Tampa.
Oh, okay.
I'm an Army brat, so I was raised in Maryland, but my family's from Tampa. So yeah, shout out to Doechii. This is called What It Is.
Okay. Yak. All right. Salute to Doechii. Doechii been up here before. Well, not here. She was at the old studio.
Yeah.
Doechii's great. Doechii's a beast.
She got a lot of energy.
She's singing on that, but really her rapping is phenomenal.
Really?
Phenomenal. Like,
so why we ain't play her rap? Why you play Kodak rap?
She's only singing on this record.
Oh, you saying that when she raps?
All her features that she's done, like she did an Isaiah Rashad feature where she bodied. She did a Smino feature, she bodied. Like she's been carrying.
And she signed to TDE. So you think it's just a matter of time for Doechii is what you said?
Absolutely.
What is it? Does she need the right record or what is it?
I think she needs the right record, but she does have a lot of great records.
Okay.
But just the one for the masses.
Right, just a matter of time. That's
Yeah.
right.
All right. Well, that was Past the Aux. Now, how can people find you?
Yes, make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at NYLASYMONEEE. What? Why are you doing that? I'm so confused.
Yeah, I was gonna finish. I knew you had a bunch of E's, but I was gonna tell you, remind them about your the
Playlist?
Amazon joint.
Oh, yes. And make sure you guys tap in to Amazon Music Twitch every Wednesday. Roundtable rotation. It's me, Rob Markman, Gabe from On the Radar, and Speedy from Complex.
Yes. Yep.
So, yeah, we do hip-hop debates live on Twitch. You know, we interact with the chat a lot, so definitely tap into that. But most importantly, make sure you guys tap into my Pastor Aux playlist. You can just click the link in bio. It's Apple Music.
Okay. All right. Well, there you have it. That's Pastor Aux. We'll see you next Friday. Nyla?
Thank you.
All right. Up next is the People's Choice. Make sure you know we throw it back on a Friday, so get your request in right now. Tamar Braxton is here. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Your mornings will never be the same.
With motivation, business, wellness, and the latest bestsellers, Audible is the home of storytelling. Check out all the audiobooks, podcasts, and originals you could ever want, all in one place. Sign up for 30 days free at audible.com/Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. We're still kicking it with Tamar Braxton. She's our co-host for today.
It's her born day
It's
today.
her born day.
Celebrating an engagement, new single out.
That's right. A lot going on. So I see Evelyn Lozada got engaged. Yep. You got engaged. So is that show? Oh, look at that.
Oh, hey. Salute to Doc Cake Shop.
That's right.
Thank you guys.
We got
so
another
much.
cake.
Another cake.
I'm so grateful. Oh, thank you guys so much.
Now, Tamar, we did.
We sang happy birthday.
Tamar has a tradition. What's your tradition with birthday cakes,
I don't
Tamar?
cut cakes. First of all, I'm superstitious. I mean, my birthday's on St. Patrick's Day. So what happens is we all gather around the cake, we make a wish, and we stick our hands in the cake, and you eat it.
What?
Yes, I'm telling you, every year.
You are way
even
too
after
bougie for
COVID?
that. Like, I can't see you doing that.
Even after COVID, you still doing stuff like that?
But we're not double dipping.
Okay.
It's your bite.
Ain't no hand
As
sanitizer or
bougie
nothing?
as you
wash your
are,
hands
you
first.
do that?
But it's yes, I do, because it comes true. I promise. The first year that we did it, I'm not lying. We did it at Gaga's birthday party. And that's where I got it from. She said she told us she wanted to sell 10 million albums, and she sold 10 million albums. And I've been doing it every year. Every year. I said I wanted to have a baby. Boom, boom. Here come Logan.
What was last year? That was what was last year?
That was a couple years. I wanted to find my man. Yeah, I wanted to find who I'm supposed to be with.
So we all got to put our hands.
We gotta do it.
Okay, let's do it then.
We got 2 cakes. It's enough to go around. So can we do this?
So which one we gonna put our hands in? We all got to put our hand in the same cake?
It's so pretty, but I'm telling you, the manifestation of it all is even better. Even more gorgeous.
God damn it, let me take my Invisalign out then.
Yes.
Take Invisalign. All right.
And I want to hear about it. I want to hear about it when it happens, because I promise y'all going to remember this moment.
No, we gonna. Oh, when our wish comes true.
Moment, yeah.
Okay. All right. Y'all ready to take a piece of the cake? Come on, Charlamagne. Take your Invisalign out.
Yeah, I'm looking for my case.
Yo, come on, Norm.
I'm trying to think what I want
Just
too.
put it on a tissue or something, bro.
And I'm not even supposed to be eating sugar. I'm trying to get my cholesterol down.
Bro, we gotta do it now.
It's okay, just one.
Oh my goodness.
Which one you drawn to?
I'm drawing this one. I think I'm a double.
Okay.
Okay.
You gonna double fist? Jesus Christ. It's Freaky Friday. All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Ready?
Here we go.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, ready, set, go.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Oh, I never did that. What kind of dope?
Yo, what's wrong with you?
I never did that before.
Oh, this cake is kind of good.
This cake is good. I don't know what.
When we come back, we got the bottom note.
I forgot we still on the radio.
We gotta wash our hands.
Yes.
It's the Breakfast Club.
This ain't gonna help get my cholesterol down.
Not at all.
That one nobody ain't gonna hurt.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Shout to Tamar Braxton for co-hosting again. She had to run out and catch a flight.
Yeah, she did, man. But happy born day to Tamar. Congratulations on your engagement. The new single is out. What's the name of it?
It's called Change.
That's what it's called for real?
Yeah, but shout to her for joining us. And if you see her out and about tonight, wish her a happy birthday. Send her some
birthday,
love.
Man. Word up.
All right. Well, you got a positive note for the people?
Oh, I do. I always want to tell people, too, man, make sure to get your tickets for the first ever Black Effect Podcast Festival happening Saturday, April 22nd at the Pullman Yards in Atlanta, man. Okay? You can come see some of your favorite podcasts live, like the 85 South Show, Reasonably Shady, Horrible Decisions, just to name a few. It's hosted by myself and Just Hilarious. We're going to have food. We're going to have music. We're going to have a business and podcasting panel for all you people that's trying to, get into the podcasting business or get your podcast to pop. We're going to give you some tips on how to do that, man. But this, go to Eventbrite or go to blackeffect.com for more information. First ever Black Effect Podcast Festival happening April 22nd at Pullman Yards in Atlanta. Go to Eventbrite to get your tickets, okay? Thank you. And the positive note is, I cannot say whether things will get better if we change. What I can say is they must change if they are to get better.
Breakfast Club, bitches! Y'all finished or y'all done?